How do I detox my brain for better cognitive function? Is your brain clogged with toxins? I'm going to show you how to get rid of those nasty things. Feeling brain fog, forgetfulness, fatigue? Maybe it's time you just clean out your brain and start fresh. What if I told you your brain has a built-in detoxification system that most people never access? In this video, I'm going to show you how to unlock detoxification in your brain so that you can think clear, perform better, and have more cognitive endurance than you could ever imagine. So what is the blood-brain barrier and how does it get compromised? So in your brain, you've got all these protective barriers, and actually in our entire body. You have what's called the blood-brain barrier. You also have the intestinal barrier. You have a barrier in your lungs. And when one of those systems is compromised, they're all compromised. So if you've been told you've got leaky gut or intestinal permeability, then you also have this issue with the blood-brain barrier being leaky. And what I mean is when those tight gap junctions are the things that are meant to protect your body internally, when they get inflamed, they start to separate. And that separation allows for toxins to get into parts of your body where we don't want them. And that can lead to cognitive decline. That can be the very thing that keeps you from being focused and being sharp, and it can lead to lots of distractions. So one of the things you can do if you're thinking about how can I get my brain to function as well as I want it to function? Well, there's 4 things that we're going to cover today that can literally change the way you think, change the way you feel, and change the way you perform. So the first thing you want to do is maximize your sleep. Now, I've got lots of videos on sleep that you can go back and watch, but sleep becomes the most important thing because when we're sleeping, we activate this built-in detoxification system called the glymphatic system. Now, the glymphatic system is powerful because what it does is it takes out all of these what are called ROS or reactive oxygen species and oxidative stress and removes it from the brain. And it happens primarily when we sleep. It also happens when you're engaged in learning something new and you go deep into it. You want to put on the brakes and it allows your body to process the information. Our brain is no different than your digestive system. Like you wouldn't just eat a whole meal and then 5 minutes later expect you to be like completely digested. And so our brain works the same way, but the problem in today's society is we're on the go all the time. And we think that if I can just work harder and keep pushing and keep grinding, that my brain is going to just catch up. But over time, it's diminishing returns. If you don't have the yin with the yang, or if you don't have the on with the off, if you don't have the gas pedal with the brake, what you're going to notice is your brain starts to build up toxic accumulation. So if you're somebody like me who probably pushes themselves a little too hard, then one of the first things you can do with your good night's sleep is you can actually start doing breathing exercises. So when you breathe, you activate nitric oxide. Anytime you breathe through your nose, you're bringing in great sources of oxygen. You breathe out through your mouth carbon dioxide. And what that carbon dioxide does is it's a way to detoxify your body and a way to detoxify your brain. The second thing you can do is you can add glutathione. So glutathione is found in all the stinky vegetables. Like if you think of broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, it's called sulforaphane. And what the sulforaphane does is it's a way that you can help clean up the cell-to-cell communication. And we've seen phenomenal things in patients being able to detoxify their brain through a nasal spray of glutathione. And this nasal spray also has a little bit of oregano and some oxytocin, and it gives your brain a nice boost, but it's a cleansing agent. The third thing that you can do to detoxify your brain right away is headstands. Now, some of you may not have the capability of doing that, and you can simply just sit on a chair and put your head down below, in between your knees, for example, and come up slowly so you don't get dizzy. And if you do get dizzy when you come up, there's a good chance you want to work on your adrenal glands, and I've got other videos on that as well. But the ability to get your brain below the heart and to push blood circulation through there can be one of the most powerful things you can do to clean out that lymphatic circulation when you're not sleeping. And then the fourth thing, which is probably one of the most replenishing things you can do, is what's called cord plasma renewal. And so if you think of the plasma in your body, our blood, not only does it carry all these powerful nutrients and hormones and all the peptides circulate through the blood, but the blood is also where your body gets rid of waste. So the tissue puts waste into the blood, and then the blood plasma is what carries a lot of that waste into the lymphatic system. And then the lymphatic system is one of the main repositories for detoxification. So the way you can keep your lymphs incredibly active and healthy is by using this treatment that we call plasma renewal. And so this plasma renewal, I do it twice every year. Every 6 months, I'll take the umbilical cord plasma and I'll administer that. And what I find is I get better sleep. Last time I did it, I had an improvement in deep sleep by 21 minutes. And I had less pain, I had more flexibility, but the best thing is the mental sharpness. We have some of our executives and entrepreneurs, they'll say, can I do this plasma therapy every week? And yes, in the studies, what they found is they took these patients who had what we would consider signs of frailty, where their gait was slower, they had less cognitive processing time, their brains were accumulating with a lot of these pro-inflammatory molecules. And the researchers looked at all 82 biomarkers that relate to aging and inflammation. They also looked at their grim age. So they looked at the DNA on these patient cells and the telomeres. And what they find is that after the course of treatment with the plasma renewal, there was an improvement in cardiovascular function, cognitive function, and they also noticed that there was the inflammatory cytokines were downregulated. So these people actually became younger. They also found that their age reversed. So they actually had this better expression of these youthful cytokines and youthful growth factors. So those are 4 things you can do right away to detoxify the brain. So all you need to do is get great sleep, give yourself some glutathione, either eat some broccoli, some Brussels sprouts to get those sulforaphane agents. And then the third thing is you can do a handstand or put your head down below your heart and do breathing while you're doing that exercise. All you need is about 60 seconds a day. And the fourth thing is do yourself a favor and give yourself an oil change for your blood by doing the plasma renewal. And if you'd like to learn more about how to optimize your brain health and brain performance, then watch my next video and I'll show you the 3 secrets to unlock unlimited potential in your cognitive clarity.